People think Rick Rubin is some kind of fucking genius. He's just a white Jay Shetty.
Except Rick Rubin can produce music.
He doesn't know any instruments, and he's just a business person.
What do you mean?
No, here's the thing. He's the biggest vibes guy ever.
Yes,
that's what he is.
You know what a producer does? A producer writes the songs and plays and like does the orchestration of the instruments.
Yeah,
Rick Rubin doesn't write songs, doesn't do instruments, doesn't know a lick of music. He said that.
Yeah.
He's just a curator. He's a business person.
No, but it's not. I mean, he produced Jay-Z's Black Album.
Yeah, but he just sat in a room and put the money up for it.
Producer.
No.
He like sampled stuff.
Thing. No, Rick Rubin doesn't play
Dude. Here's the thing. There's two different producers. There's one producer who's the audio engineer coming up with the beats and all that stuff, doing all the actual stuff.
Can you pull up the Rick Rubin quote thing, the video of him saying he's never...
Rick Rubin, what he has done, what you were saying, like he sampled, is like, he heard that, brought it to Jay-Z, and was like, here, this might work with what we're working with. He's the biggest vibes guy.
No.
Yes. That's his own quote.
He said it himself, dude. Why do you think Rick Rubin is a music, like...
I think maybe I'm not articulating that what kind of producer he is. He's producing the same way Diddy's a producer. Like he'd take music, chop it up, slice it, put it on a thing, and be like, this is the song, this is the background for your...
No, he doesn't. Diddy doesn't do that either. Diddy gets in the music
he says,
to get a credit. I barely play any instruments.
Well, I don't know where to invest $1,000 right now.
Every person I know that works in the music industry or is a musician knows this about Rick Rubin.
Knows nothing.
Has known it for 30 years.
Guy for Hip Hop DX, and check this out: the legendary producer whose genres.
They just called him a producer.
Yeah, but a producer is just a credit. Like in Hollywood, you get a producer credit for just being there, right? Like it's the same thing.
Play instruments? Barely. Do you know how to work a soundboard?
No. I have no technical ability. And I know nothing about music.
You must know something.
Well, I know what I like and what I don't like. And I'm
White Jay
decisive about what I like and what I don't like.
And because
so what he's being paid for?
The confidence that I have in my taste and my ability to express what I feel.
That is not true.
Has proven helpful for artists.
Do you know what he gets paid for?
Released his debut book, Creative Acts: A Way of Being, earlier this month.
He gets paid because if Rick Rubin produces your album, the label can't buy your masters because Rick Rubin, they have to pay Rick Rubin. That's why you get Rick Rubin on your record.
Okay.
You need to talk to someone. You're in the entertainment industry.
I can't die on this hill.
You got to talk to Denny about this.
Yeah, I got to talk to Denny about a lot of things.
But I feel like you know people in the music industry. You should ask them about masters.
I'm texting my producer friend right now.
Text Heems. Heems is a good text for this.
Is Rick Rubin a music producer?
Yeah, he's a music producer.
Hold on.
You're getting hung up on the term. He has no technical. He doesn't work the boards.
Would you consider Rick Rubin a music? How do you want me to ask this so that it's not a leading question?
Ask him that. Do you think Rick Rubin
writes music
in the same way Quincy Jones is a music producer?
Oh, that's crazy! You're not showing your ignorance to your friend. I think your friend's going to think you're retarded.
that ship has sailed, man.
Your friend, that is like, Quincy Jones is like Quincy Jones played with Miles Davis.
Okay, would you consider Rick Rubin a music producer?
What are your thoughts about Rick Rubin as a music producer? Ask me.
What are your thoughts about Rick Rubin?
How do people not know this about the music industry? People think Taylor Swift writes her own songs?
She does. She doesn't write the what's it called? The chords and stuff, but she writes the lyrics.
Well, are we getting this on film right now?
She writes the lyrics to her music. That's a fact.
How do you know it's a fact?
Because she said it's
because she said it.
It's documented.
Documented where?
Does write her.
Why don't you pull up a man named Jack Antonoff? Have you heard this name before?
AI overview. Google.
Come on, AI is just telling you what you want.
Look at it as a songwriter on nearly all of her songs. Either solely or
there's a good YouTuber named Rick Beato who's like a legend in the music industry that explains. How these songs. Here we go.
Hold on.
I often hear that this is a defense for how Swift is so amazing and popular.
I'm texting Heems right now.
These artists are fucking machines.
I texted Heems. I texted Will.
Your naivete about
these are both notoriously, to me, people that take 7 years to respond. So come back next Tuesday and we'll have a response.
All these people are like the producers write the song, like Jack Antonoff writes
Milli Vanilli.
They didn't write their songs.
Greatest duo of all time.
Yeah, but Milli Vanilli fucked up because they didn't like.
Apparently, Rick Rubin can't play his music.
These are just Reddit posts now, though.
He's a board. Obviously, he's uber sibling. Did you write this?
No.
Underscore Asif, not Mansoor.
Imaginary underscore.
This is why I get it. This is why talking to people who actually do things doesn't help me, because I'm like, I need to bring you places so you could tell other people.
Okay, what's the video you want me to pull up?
All right, here's
it's too long.
Here's Heems. He was cool back in the day, but now he's just a rich white burnout who wishes he was Indian and should be a therapist if he wants to so bad.
Yeah, dog.
That's on who he is as a guy. I say he's the Jay Shetty of music production. No.
He said that?
Yeah, right there.
I fucking said that. It's on tape. It's on tape. I fucking told you guys. I told you guys. Now someone get to someone who knows about Taylor Swift for this.
You should just text them. You should hang out with us.
No, it's because people in the music industry know these things, dude.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? Like if people in the industry know like how Taylor Swift works and Sabrina Carpenter and all these acts and how all of it works, they get it.
Producer is like.
So I followed up. So he doesn't make music. Mm-hmm. Heems is typing.
He's about to go
off. You just made it.
Will has also responded.
This is such a light.
It's like people have been like anxious to talk about. Finally, somebody asked me about Rick Rubin. Man, I got the creative act right over there somewhere floating around. I read that shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna follow some of this.
You got Jay Shetty by Rick Rubin. Dog.
Well, I didn't go to a conference.
Yeah, you bought the book.
It's $30.
Yeah, I listened to it too. I listened to
Let's take a flyer.
I listened to it. It's a good.
There's some good. There's some good takeaways.
Yeah, it tells you what you want to hear. Like Jay Shetty tells people what they want to hear, and they're like, it's vibes. I like it.
Heems, I asked him, so he can't make music? ? I think he very well can, but is less bothered with that part of music these days and more into the spiritual parts of creativity, which I guess I'm saying, hey, walk and chew gum at the same time. Okay.
Now he's being nice.
He said, I think he very well can make music.
He said he can't make music.
Will is a bona fide producer. I've seen him make songs out of thin air, like using instruments, using all that shit. Will. He produces for ASAP. He produces for a lot of people. It's funny, actually. I've kind of gone through phases of how I feel about him. I always thought he was dope and a genius producer, and he probably is in a sense. But more over time and watching more stuff about him, a lot of times I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this dude actually doing?
Yeah, because back in the day, he had the mythos. People didn't know what a producer did, especially in rap music.
Even still, bro, producers.
And even now in this conversation, people it's a thrown around name. It's like a like a movie has like 35 executive producers, and what are they really doing?
Exactly.
That's what music is.
There's like an actual producer, and then there are a couple producers that are producer tags. Like,
yep.
A large part of me thinks that he works with amazing artists who are going to do their thing anyway, and he just facilitates the vibes, which I guess is the hallmark of a great producer, albeit one who doesn't really hands-on.
This is wonderful for me, man. I'm loving the project. I'm loving this.
You're lucky I am willing to admit when I'm wrong.
No, the thing is, I've had these conversations. Because I thought Rick Rubin was dope, and then when I worked in the industry for like 8 months, someone put me on game, and I was like, okay. I was like, what?
I hate to tell you this, but we were going to have Rick Rubin on as our first guest, but he's no longer invited. Sorry, you did that to yourself.
No, I want Jay Shetty on first.
Shit. A lot of people send me random messages about Jay Shetty, like...
yeah, because our clip went crazy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, thank you, man. Thank you for saying that. My girl is bothering me all the time about this shit. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, you did, like... I don't know what to say about that.
You need to find inner peace and say nothing to them.
I don't say anything. I'm like, well, that sucks, bro. That your girl is dumb.
Today on You Got Got.
You Got Got.
When we do the You Got Got, you should put Jay Shetty's face spinning. You know, like a Scooby Doo swipe. That guy right there. That's like the worst picture of him I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's
a bad shot. That's like
got his eye color wrong too.
That's his pure soul.
How dare we do that?
Hold on,
This beautiful
Heems
man.
is now on a tear.
Got him going.
He knows his shit. He's just interested in other parts of the process now, and I think he works beyond the scope of production, which is specific. Quotes, Rick, we love meditation too, but does the guitar need more reverb or less, bro? Question mark.
Heems is just going.
Yeah. And then Will said, I did think that Shangri-La doc with series they did with him was super interesting though. Will's a nice guy.
I think both of them are being nice.
Yeah. All right. Well,
there's a Jay Shetty for everybody is the moral of the story.
There's a Jay Shetty for everybody.
I did not hate on Jay Shetty, by the way. I was happy that his scam
was
running. But I'm saying we're not susceptible to Jay Shetty's.
Yeah. We're not hating on Jay.
Yeah. We just calling out that he's got a great
Grift
scam.
Yeah. Here on Gucci Turban, the podcast where we celebrate all things grift.
Yeah, we celebrate scams.
Yeah.
We're in the golden age of scams.
Golden age of scams. Trademark.
And things are going poorly for everybody right now.
Yeah.
Just generally.
Speaking of going poorly, big, beautiful bill. You know what's going for poor people? Healthcare. Going poorly, you get it? That was a smooth transition.
That was our dad joke for the day.
Yeah, that's it.
The bill got passed
in the Senate, still up in the House.
The spineless jags are going to put it up, put it across. It's crazy. There's tax cuts for the rich and tax increases for the poor.
Which is exactly what the people voted for, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, good. Good.
No, the people hate immigrants, so they're giving ICE tanks and more funding. So that's going to be great. That
More
the government
ICE.
has a militarized force that can cover their face, which has to be illegal.
It's not, though.
It's why? It's so that's
Because
the weirdest.
Trump said so.
All right. And there's some deduction to some shit that probably is important, like SALT deductions, state local tax deductions.
All the way at the bottom of the big, beautiful bill, it says Rick Rubin is a music producer.
This bill was produced by Rick Rubin.
This bill was produced by Rick Rubin. Let's see. The SALT, if you raise the cap, the people who benefit the most are going to be.
So prices are going to go up in these states that rely on SALT deductions.
SALT, state and local tax deduction. Let's see the benefit. Okay.
Reduce food stamp benefits.
So what's the tax cut for the rich? You said it was what?
Yeah, he's given tax cuts. Where is it?
Tax break to
tax break.
income.
Yeah. Tax break on tip income.
No, this is over.
I feel. How do we do like an effect for the audio people? Do we have a lot of audio people?
Yeah, it's growing. There's about like 1,200 or so.
1,200 audio listeners. That's pretty good.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Student loans.
What about them?
Cap unsubsidized
Fewer benefits.
student loans.
Unsubsidized student loans at $21,000 a year and $100,000 lifetime for graduate students. Damn.
See, CNBC is not even leading with the actual income tax.
Lower
cuts.
student loan limits, fewer benefits. Wow, dude. Good. So doctors can't borrow shit. Cap borrowing for professional degrees, such as those for doctors and lawyers.
Yeah, don't we have a doctor shortage too?
Yeah, but that's all part of the healthcare scheme, dude. You see, if you talk to physicians, they are mad people. You know, some of them are angry, and a lot of them talk about the shortage of healthcare people in this country.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's a doctor shortage.
It's all controlled by lobbies that control the number of doctors that can exist, and how expensive med schools are, and how many people can get into med schools. All that shit is just, again, part of the scam. And this is healthcare wins here. I think healthcare companies win here. I think evil insurance companies win. I bet evil always wins. extending big tax cuts. Like I think like $1,000 is a lot of money, and $1,500 is a lot of money, but $2,000 is a lot of money. In like if you got it once, but over 12 months or whatever it is, like
I mean, if you're like you're cutting other services and you're putting less money in people's pockets, like they'll eat through that.
Yeah,
in
no problem.
Time. Especially with Medicaid being gone.
This is going to go down as the worst bill of all time, I think.
Yeah, it's targeting poor people.
As I said that, lightning struck.
Yep.
I think Noah's going to send, or God's going to send another flood, and Noah's going to show up again.
What the fuck is Noah?
Yeah.
Noah's Ark, bro.
Oh. Different.
I don't know, no Noah. The big beautiful bill is tax break for billionaires. Delivers it. Oh, this is from the White House website.
Mm-hmm.
Myth versus fact.
You can't trust that.
I cannot believe it's called the one big beautiful bill. That is absolutely the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard.
Dude, his base loves this shit. They love this dumb, like, shit. They just love it.
Yeah, no, they're just they want to make America great again, but they want it to go through a.
I think they just like slogans, bro. I think they just like catchphrases. I think that's what Trump is doing. He's like, just put a catchphrase on it, and these idiots will eat it up.
You know what my one of my least favorite things to read comment wise I have. I mean, I delete Instagram on my phone, but sometimes I'll read YouTube comments or whatever, and it's always like dumb libs just crying all the time. I'm not crying for me.
Am I crying at all?
I'm gonna be fine.
We're mostly on the offensive.
Yeah,
we're mostly telling you to fuck off.
Yeah,
like,
but also like this big beautiful bill. It's probably a net positive for some of us.
I don't think it's a net positive.
It's a positive in
short term
for some of us, myself included, from a tax perspective, probably. But the people that voted for the guy, most likely it's not. Mm-hmm. So I'm on your team when it comes to getting this right. You're just wrong about things. You know, like sometimes like I think this is like a common refrain that I've had on this podcast and in life. It's like sometimes you just got to know when you're not supposed to be in the game. Like
what do you mean?
Like there's a reason there's leaders and there's followers. There's a reason sometimes you just got to be, okay, this person knows a little more than me.
Yeah.
Let me shut the fuck up and have this person who might be just a little smarter do the talking or thinking. It's like, I'm on your team here when it comes to getting this right. This is just wrong. And I'm still going to have teeth at the end of this fucking this big, beautiful bill. Medicaid getting cut is not a good thing for most people that voted for this guy. So that's all. I think I'm kind of done talking about politics, you know.
Now we got to talk about our boy Zoran.
Oh, right. Zoran.
Zoran won the Democratic primary.
Oh, that's right.
For the New York City mayor race, beating out
Handsy Cuomo.
Yeah, Handsy Cuomo.
Those hands, we're going to have to sit.
Spaghetti R. Kelly.
Spaghetti R. Kelly.
Yeah, is that racist?
That's what they call him?
No, that's what I call him.
I mean, the stuff they said about Zoran, I think
that is racist, yes. But
the stuff they say about Zoran is heinously racist.
Yeah.
And he doesn't deserve any, like, he, like, is a nice person.
Yeah.
Even Eric Adams right now is, like, going on news channels, them asking him about Zoran, and he's like, well, he's pro-Hamas.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish that when they asked Zoran what city he would go to, he said San Juan, Puerto Rico. Because that makes more sense for the mayor of New York to go to Puerto Rico than go to Israel.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. Oh, yeah, they were like, which city would you go to? Would you visit Israel first thing? Like, no, I got a bunch of other places I got to check out first.
Yeah, also, like, he's the mayor of New York. Why would he
spend your New York tax money to go to Israel? to kiss some rings that will probably slap him in the face.
Yeah, or jail him.
Right.
I don't know. It was weird. That whole thing is weird, man. Like that whole line of questioning.
Spaghetti R. Kelly is pretty funny.
Well, he didn't. In fairness, Cuomo didn't entrap women. He just, I think, did a lot of booby honking.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna toot my own horn. I did this show in West Hampton Beach. Shout out to West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center for having me last Friday. And I said, I'm not Nimesh Patel, it's me, your new mayor, Zoran Mamdani. And I said, they say I'm a socialist, but Cuomo's also a socialist. He assaulted 11 women. He thinks all titties are his. Titties are for everybody. And you know what? I'm patting myself on the back for that one, man. That was pretty good. 11 or 13. Zoran said it was 13, I think, in that debate against him.
I think he said 11.
Whatever
it's
it is.
11. I think.
I would say whatever it is, it's one too many.
Yeah, they've ramped up all these Islamophobic and racist attacks on him, which are crazy. We're recording this on a Tuesday, and Trump, just before recording this, threatened to deport him.
To where?
His background.
That's right here.
I guess Uganda. Here, we can look at the post.
Uganda. I mean, that's where he's from.
The President of the United States just threatened to have me arrested or stripped my citizenship, put in detention camp and deported, not because I've broken any law, but because I refused to let ICE terrorize our city. Statements don't just represent an attack on our democracy, but an attempt to send a message every New Yorker refuses to hide in the shadows. If you speak up, they will come for you.
This is the actual.
We'll be watching that very carefully, and a lot of people are saying he's here illegally. He's, we're going to look at everything, but we're going to be watching.
We're going to look at everything.
A good independent running, Mayor Adams, who's a very good person. I helped him out a little bit. He had a problem, and he was unfairly
insane.
Hurt over this question. He
absolutely nuts.
He made a statement to the effect
Gulf
that
of
this is
America
where
hat.
New York
What the
City can't have all
fuck,
these
dude?
immigrants come
You see
in.
this hat?
And like he was indicted the following day. You have a good independent
This is a cartoon
running,
character.
He is,
who's a very good
and
person.
67 million people
He had a problem, and
loved
he was
this.
unfairly.
This what a cartoon
over
character.
this
They love it.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, Zoran's like pretty hopeful that grassroots movements and people can just band together and get someone, a decent person, into office.
Well, he hasn't won yet.
Or, well, yeah. Well,
Primary still.
shouts to him, and not that Gucci Turban endorses any candidates. We don't, do we?
We endorse scams.
Yeah. Zoran's not a scammer, so I don't know if he fits into the.
Yeah, no, he's not a scammer.
wheelhouse. I mean, Eric Adams is a great scammer, but I won't go out there and
no.
endorse that piece of
No.
human garbage. So I'm not gonna do that.
He's not a good scammer. First of all, he got caught.
But he got away with it. He got away with it. Trump helped. Trump's probably the best scammer
Trump's
ever.
the greatest scammer of all time. Eric Adams not a good scammer. You know why? Okay, sure, he got away with it, but he took like $100,000.
Wait,
That's like not even. If you're gonna scam, at least do it 7 figures. He took like 2 business class flights to Turkey, and all he had to do was deny the Armenian. We had to bleep that.
Yeah, I got it.
Armenian unaliving, which is also another weird thing that people have a hang up about, of not allowing Armenian people to grieve and acknowledging that. It's bizarre. Anyway, Eric Adams.
Zoran Mamdani going to get sent back to Uganda.
Here's a breakdown of who voted for who in New York City, if you want to.
Yeah, a lot of high income earners voted for him, and a lot of low income earners voted the other way. But I think that that's because a lot of poor old people remember Cuomo's dad, and they voted that.
No, I mean, Staten Island voted. Wow, a lot of Staten Island voted for
Zoran.
Well, I mean, look, the middle block.
Those are the
those are all the firefighters,
cops and firefighters and
sanitation. The rest of the presumed to be racist chunk.
Yeah, and then all of the South Side.
What's that? Like that's deep. What is
Rockaways and Canarsie and Coney Island and all that? All the South Brooklyn. Just all the Russians didn't vote for Mamdani, which makes sense.
Yeah. An interesting breakdown. This little area, what's this?
That's where all the Bangladeshi people are in Brooklyn.
What is that? Where is that? What is that?
This no, this
Doesn't tell you?
No.
Lame.
It'll take me forever to find it on the real map.
Boo boo crying. Anyway, Zoran hopefully doesn't get deported to Uganda. But the last time you kicked Indian people, did we talk about this? Uganda?
What?
No, we talked about Kenya on the podcast.
No, I thought we talked about Uganda. Idi Amin.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh, did we talk about?
Yeah,
Uganda
we talked
too?
about this. Yeah.
It was to build railroads, you know, and there are the Indian diasporas all over the place. But shout to Zoran.
Hopefully he makes it far. Hopefully he gets some free bus rides.
Hopefully they don't try to get ICE on him.
That'll be some shit.
I mean, his buddy, who was
Brad Lander got arrested by ICE.
Yeah. But he was protesting an arrest or something, right?
No, he was trying to help. No, he was just there with some immigrants who were in an unlawful lawsuit who got acquitted, by the way. And then they just decided to get in his face and take him down. Shout to Brad Lander, too. And ICE is a menace, and they're about to get like AR-15s now.
Yeah.
Tanks. Gatling guns.
This is what people wanted, though. 67 million people wanted this.
You know what? Who are these people going to blame after all the immigrants get got?
They're not going to blame themselves. They don't do. There's
Yeah, but
no.
what's left? Are they going to start blaming AI? Like what? Like what is left?
You and me.
They're already blaming us.
No.
We're like the next step. We're not.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean.
We're not after that. Like
That's why it's funny to see all these DEI dick-eating Indians like on Trump's dick. It's like they don't understand that they're next. That they've just bought themselves time with their money and success. That's all it is.
They could seize your assets. It happens in other countries all the time.
Some guy just shared one of my stories and was like, do you appreciate punching your people down and like having people laugh at us? Because I was talking shit about Vivek and all these people. And it's like, no.
What?
Yeah. And it's like those Vivek, the Nikki Haley's, those people, the Dinesh D'Souza's of the world, they've set our people back more than anyone that makes fun of them, I think.
Yeah, because there's like a group of people when you get colonized that buddy up to the colonizer. You know what I mean? And that's those people.
Right.
To try to like, it's like their instinct is to just not resist.
Right.
But to like,
it's not
even comply, but go all the way in. The Uncle Tom shit. Like they go really deep into it.
Right. Dinesh D'Souza's daughter is married to the guy that tweeted
that it's savage to eat with your hands.
That's savage to eat with your hands. Dinesh D'Souza is an Indian by name only. His daughter's married to some
herb.
Yeah. Brandon Gill, whoever, congressman. Is this real? I hope this is not. We're not getting got here, are we?
No, it's real.
Okay.
Because Zoran responded, so does your Indian wife.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. Did he really?
Yeah.
Sick. Congrats.
Anyway, talk that talk.
We got a few minutes before I've got to hop. So let's.
I want to know who the biggest scammer of all time is. Who do you think the number one scammer ever is?
Trump.
No, like in history.
Trump.
Now let me say something that's going to get me canceled. Okay. I think it was the original Jay Shetty.
Who's that?
Buddha.
Buddha's.
I'm going to take Hinduism and I'm going to go sell that shit to China. Boom. Buddhism.
But it's not
number one scammer of all time. But beat that. Beat the Buddha.
He didn't.
What's Jay Shetty do? He takes Hinduism, he sells it to white Karens.
What did Buddha buy?
He was a Hindu prince.
I know that.
And then he left, and he
was like, "Oh, I'm sad. I got so much money."
Yeah, he had too much money. He left, and then he sold. Took
a long walk.
Parts of Hinduism, very long walk. Sat on a tree, scammed a bunch of people into a religion.
But to scam, okay, I guess we have to.
Is a scam just for money, or can you scam on vibes too?
I think a scam is ultimately for money or sex, and it's not like Buddha was banging.
No, he wasn't.
Nah.
Definitely was not. Or maybe he did. He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, maybe the
No, he gets reincarnated.
His first disciples.
Into the Dalai Lama.
Well, it says
the Dalai Lama kisses boys.
Yeah, it's another scammer. Here we go. Another scammer. Yeah. Tongue kissing boys. And then freaking Tibetan officials were like, oh, that's just how we talk to little boys here. And I was like, what?
Okay, so
What?
Chat says that someone scamming is a fraudulent act designed to cheat someone out of money, personal information, or other valuable resources.
Like your soul.
Your soul.
Valuable resource.
Luckily, the Buddhist way is to not fight or be violent, so I think you'll be
Unless you're in Burma.
What's that?
Unless you're in Burma or Sri Lanka.
Okay, now we're talking.
Nah, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, you know, people are like, oh, you doing research. I'm like, hey, guys,
Yeah,
this is what's going on.
Buddhists can kill too.
Yeah, Buddhists kill. Everybody kills. People kill.
They'll send you to enlightenment right away, dude.
People kill. But I'm just saying, this original number one scammer of all time right now for me is Buddha. Unless someone has a better, who is the greatest scammer in human history?
Well, whoever wrote any of the Hindu texts is a pretty good scammer. Because
Okay, now we're definitely going to cancel it. Now, because Buddhists wouldn't cancel us. You know, that's why I went there. But I don't go to any other religious texts.
This is going to the Patreon.
I don't go to any other religious texts because, especially the
Jesse Krishna.
That part I'm keeping.
Yeah, that's how we go back from.
Yeah. The only religious book you can shit on is the Bible. You could shit on the Bible openly, and you can't do that to any other religious book.
ICE is knocking at the door any minute now.
And Scientology. You could shit on Scientology, whatever book they read. What book do Scientologists read? Tom Cruise's Top Gun script.
The first level of Scientology, you have to watch every Tom Cruise movie and every Will Smith movie back to back.
And you got to add Travolta movies to it. Ooh.
I think I would watch Travolta, Will Smith, and then Tom Cruise in that order. So that you get a nice, like, bad to best.
Yeah, but you get Pulp Fiction though with that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you get Grease.
Bro, you brought in Grease with the Pulp Fiction, one of the greatest
Ice.
movies ever made.
Hello, Ice. Yeah.
I couldn't think of any other Travolta movie off the top of my head.
Broken Arrow.
I mean, even Broken Arrow is a deep cut. Saturday Night Fever, right? What is Travolta in? A Civil Affair or Civil Act, right?
Yeah, that's with the I forget. Hold on. Pause.
Let's see. Face
Hello?
Off.
Face Off.
Face
is good.
Off.
Hello.
Great film.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Who's that? Eames? Eames is like, there's another thing about Rick Rubin.
I'm recording my podcast. Yeah, this is Sujal, the greatest gambler of all time.
It's Sujal? Oh.
What's up?
He called you about the Diddy trial?
called me about the
in
Diddy
the middle of the goddamn it. We're keeping this in.
Oh, he's reading about it right now, so he's just informing me. That's not why he called. What? You want to talk? I'll call you back once we get a full number.
Wait, ask Sujal who he thinks the greatest scammer in human history is.
Asif is asking, who do you think is the greatest scammer of all time?
The greatest scammer
Yeah.
of all time.
Human history.
I think that guy who was it?
The Tinder swindler. That's probably just the only thing at the top of his
It's a Netflix movie, bro.
No, it's a great documentary. He's not wrong.
It's a documentary?
He's not wrong. He's a pretty good scammer.
Whoever the guy was that did
Oh, who was the?
Oh, that one, the Catch Me If You Can guy is a double scammer.
The Catch Me
Because
If
he
You Can guy.
scammed and they made a movie and then he lied about the scams. He lied about, he made that whole thing up.
Abagnale.
Abagnale, yeah.
Abigail.
So he's a double scammer. This guy's pretty good.
Okay. He's yelling at his kids. Okay. All right, bye.
I'm going to take off my belt.
Shut up. Yeah, the greatest scammer of all time.
So, the Catch Me If You Can guy.
Put that down. Put it down. Oh, God.
Get out the shed.
It's a great movie, though.
It is a great movie. This is a great movie.
Tom
I wish it was
Hanks
real.
and Leo.
But they all got, so he's a double scammer.
Interesting.
Going back to the Travolta movies, there's Face Off.
Look who's talking.
You know, like every like third or second or third Travolta movie sounds like a gay porn title. Grease
From Paris and
Love. Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy does sound.
The Punisher. Okay, then it just got worse, huh? General's Daughter, I remember that one. I've seen that one.
The Boy in the Plastic Bubble.
There you go.
Blowout.
Blowout. Get Shorty. Michael.
I've never heard of that movie in my life.
You ever heard of Michael?
No.
I remember that movie. What year was that? Yeah.
It's a sick
he,
wig.
he was like an angel or something.
1996.
Oh, okay. Now I vaguely remember it.
Be Cool. I mean, dang, this motherfucker's done a lot of movies.
Yeah, a lot of them he's in his B movie phase because he has to pay his Scientology debts.
He was pretty
or
good.
his hush money that he has to pay people.
He was pretty good in that OJ series on Netflix.
Oh, yeah. He was the OJ.
He was
one of the lawyers.
Robert Kardashian.
Yes.
Robert Kardashian?
No. Ross Geller was Robert Kardashian.
All right.
What's
Ross Geller was Robert.
What's his real name? I forgot.
David Schwimmer. Ross Geller.
That's what I call him. That's who the fuck he is. You can't take him seriously on anything else, bro.
No, Band of Brothers was like, I couldn't really watch it because
it's a Ross. Ross with the gun.
Yeah. Ross with a gun.
Bro, this guy is forever cursed by that.
Well, so is Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe, I feel like, had a pretty good career.
Bro, tell me a movie other than Harry Potter.
Can we get back to I think we've lost the plot that Scientology you can shit on and
the Bible.
And the Bible. Hinduism.
Goated.
Amazing.
Greatest religion of all time.
Islam. Beautiful.
Goated.
Mm-hmm.
Judaism.
Goated.
We love it.
So
Zoroastrianism. I don't know where the Zoroastrians come for us.
Remember when no, there's not enough of them. Remember when we were at Columbia and that guy introduced himself as like one of the last few Zoroastrians?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Yeah.
What about Jehovah's? Oh, that's Christianity still, I guess.
No, that's Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm not afraid of them either. They can't do anything. They're not allowed to. They don't have birthdays. They can't celebrate
birthdays, anniversaries, nothing.
No celebration.
No blood transfusions either.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
A lot of them die over that.
That's crazy.
Okay. I forget.
Scams.
Greatest scammers. Have we done a Brown Hall of Fame yet?
No, not yet.
Gucci Turban Hall of Fame?
No, not for this.
But are we putting people on Hall of Fame for good acts or bad?
Both.
Depends.
I feel like Zoran's got to be up there right now.
No,
not yet. He's got to win.
No, he's not there.
He's got to win the championship first.
Yeah, he's got to win. He's got to win the chip. He's got to win a few chips, man. You can't just go one ring.
But didn't we give it to the chess guy last time?
Yeah, but that's
the spelling bee kid. They're one and done.
No, we didn't give it to the spelling bee kid. We gave it to the spelling bee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The chess guy is goated. 19 beat Magnus Carlsen.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the Hall of Fame.
You think that kid's seen titties yet?
Gugish?
Yeah.
Gugish definitely seen titties, man.
You think Gugish has seen titties?
Like the nerdiest titties you've ever seen, but he's seen some
you
titties.
think he's got groupies?
100%,
bro.
No.
Yes.
You don't know chess,
1,000%.
bro. I don't know chess at all, man.
No, you don't know chess, man.
I'm not hating, bro. If you can get groupies with chess, that's pretty cool.
What's Sagar Khan doing now?
He's shitting on this lady talking about how protein is bad for you, protein powders.
Ingesting
give
this
him.
extra external protein from protein shakes, it's super dangerous for you.
Super dangerous. Is it as dangerous as this $74 ghee that you sell on your website? Or this $118 rose water? Or this
He's calling out scams too.
$1,100 skin set? Shut up, woman. Protein is fine. If you want to give out fitness advice, show me
So
your
close.
feet. If you think I'm
So
being
close
harsh,
to being
I don't
good.
care. There's too many Indian women like this grifting on Instagram with podcast microphones, telling people that protein is bad, trying to appeal to Indian women just to sell them bullshit products.
You know, the first time he said woman, I was like, all right.
He said woman like 4 times, dog.
He didn't say it plural. He said there's too many Indian women like this. Man. You know, there was a study that said protein powder, a lot of them contain heavy metals and lead. Mm-hmm. I think he's had too much protein powder.
Bro, whatever supplements this dude is taking is cooking his mind, dude.
Oh, man.
But it's all for clout because this stuff sells. Like Gen Z kids love this stuff. They love this like manosphere.
Uh-huh. He follows me, so I can't hate him too much.
Man's doing...
Bro, I mean, look at this. What is... Come on.
He gotta be the Hall of Fame.
No. This is no bueno.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Too many people send me that this is what I would look like if I were jacked.
Yeah, bro.
That's racist.
Yeah.
Man.
I sent it.
Yeah, this guy sent it over here.
Well, he's racist.
He's too many people.
One too many.
All right, what else we got? Are we on the Patreon now? Have we been on Patreon?
We can switch. I mean, we didn't name anybody for Hall of Fame. We can switch. I don't know.
You have any nominees?
I think this guy.
Is this recent events we got to do, or is this
anything, bro? I mean, we did the fucking spelling bee was named in the Hall of Fame. We did Idi Amin for kicking out all the Indians and turning us into animals.
Whatever your heart desires. If not, we can name this guy.
I mean, the number one killer of Indians in the world ever is mosquitoes.
Really?
We can't.
Malaria, dog.
We can't name India. We can't name mosquitoes though.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross.
They're our natural predator more than anything else. Is mosquitoes and the British.
Maybe you know what? Maybe we should revise our Hall of Fame qualifications. No one's getting kicked out, but we're gonna make it a lot stricter to get in. You got to have some kind of net positive effect on the South Asian community.
We're being legitimate now.
Idi Amin, net positive effect on
How?
India.
Didn't he kill a bunch of Indians?
I don't know if he killed a bunch of Indians, but he did kick a bunch of out, and they ended up becoming monsters in their own countries. Spelling bee spawned a lot of racism, but crowned a bunch of kids. I would nominate the franchise business model.
The Subway franchise business model.
The franchise business model.
Yeah. Actually, the franchise business model has lifted more Indians out of poverty
than any other thing Bill
in the world.
Gates.
Yeah.
Than the Narendra Modi poverty alleviation program.
And those franchise business owners make way more money than the other doctor engineer Indians.
Exponentially more.
Way more money. Like, people don't really know that. Mm-hmm. But they make bank.
Yes. So shout out to the franchise business model.
Job creators.
For all the Subways, the Wendy's, the McDonald's,
Popeyes,
the 7-Elevens.
7-Elevens. What else we got? Gas station.
All the shits.
All the franchises. Burger King, all of them. There's some guy
Dunkin'
somewhere
Donuts.
in Minnesota.
Can't forget Dunkin' Donuts. I want to own a franchise.
You know what? It's not a bad idea.
My dad looked into it when we moved here.
I don't think
it's not a bad idea.
I don't think I could operate one though. Can you just buy one somewhere else?
You could. Well, you could buy one and hire an operator, where your margins become like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you do is you buy like 5 and you have operators, and you keep scaling, and then you pull them out.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So, it's hard though to find people that I've looked into this as well.
That are good.
Yeah, because it's all like labor, like getting minimum wage labor when minimum wage is so low, super hard.
Yeah, and good too.
Yeah,
you'll cycle through. That's why you end up being like there yourself.
But with all the H-1Bs getting all the immigrants getting kicked out, we can have good white laborers working at these franchises.
Yeah, real good.
Yeah. We can switch now that we're pretty close to 50 minutes.
Join us on Patreon now. We're going to talk shit about Israel. Bang.
You should also probably say that we're going to be off again.
A
couple of weeks.
We're going to be off for a few weeks. I'm back on the road. Switching to Patreon.
Shows?
I don't have. Oh no, I do have shows. I have shows in Nashville, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Jose, bunch of other places. Check my website. Come to the shows. Nashville, I need your help. I need some hot chicken. I need you to come to the show. There we go. Look at that. Oh, LA, I'll be at the Belly Laughs Festival.
July 12th?
July 12th, I think. Yeah, that's the date.
18th through the 20th, Nashville.
Nashville, Salt Lake, San Jose, Portland, Des Moines, Kansas City, and then Omaha, Nebraska, and then all the way in September I'm a bunch of other spots. But come hang out, watch some comedy. You won't hear anything you've heard on this podcast because I'm not one of those that takes a podcast thing and turns it into a stand-up thing.
You're going to get up on stage. The first thing you're going to say is, "Who's the biggest scammer of all time?"
No. That stays right here.
All right.
That stays right here. Switching to Patreon now.
Mm-hmm.
What did I want? I did want to talk about something.